our Indian education system, our Indian business organization is not anymore meant for the welfare of the students, but instead it is just there to make money. And we all know that in India there is not much on practicality of the subjects, but instead students just memorize the textbooks and spit it back as it is during exams. So what's good, people? Welcome to Smart Side. In this video I'll put few problems which is being faced in our Indian education system and also the problems faced in the student's life, along with a solution to it to make the situation better. And this video is out of frustration of being a student. So let's get started. I'm sure we all must have had one teacher whose teaching style and the subject we love the most, just because of the way he or she is teaching. A bad teacher can make you hate even the most interesting subject, and a good teacher can make you fall in love with the same subject. It all depends on how the teachers are teaching. So solution to this problem is to demonstrate principles, show 3D models, allow students to touch and feel the models, take them to educational tours, and use the internet for good. And I can understand that our education sector has always had a budget constraints and most of the schools can't afford it. But if you have lack of infrastructure, then build it. Do not compromise on learning. Exams are overrated in India. Unit test, semester exams, board exams, JEE, GATE and what not. A student is always giving some or the other exams every time, and almost all of them are subjective exams except few competitive ones in India. And answering questions during examination has become an essay writing competition where marks are mostly given based on how many pages filled by the student. Taking a subjective written examination doesn't justify or fulfill the purpose of examination at all. Because when the teachers are checking the answers, they can't read each and every line, and they just have to glance over the answer sheet, look at how big or small the answer is, and based on his or her feelings, they would give marks. It always happens that a good worded short answers would get less marks than a crappy long answers. Many times, teachers would simply say that the answer is wrong just because it is not similar to what the teacher has dictated during his or her lecture in the class.
I believe you've made an error grading my test.
Let me see. No, you didn't calculate using Maxwell's equation.
So solution to this problem is to ask practical questions, because practical knowledge is the most important of all. We have seen in newspapers many ads from various coaching institutes where they claim to have designed a 6-year curriculum for a 6th class student so that they can clear JEE or NEET after class 12th. What the rubbish hell is this? Pushing the 6th class student for IIT coaching. Because middle school level is very important for a child. That's where they have the mind to learn things without biasness. This sense of competitiveness and forceful study is not less than a child abuse, because mental abuse is worse than physical abuse. And solution to this problem is that parents should not force their children to run in a rat race. Observe them, love them, understand them and talk to them. Find out their interest and take interest in their interest. All they need is some wisdom and guidance, not a track for a rat race. On the other hand, government should put a regulatory authority and guidelines for such coaching centers. Next time when you go to a mechanic, then people ask him his qualification. I can bet that most of them have never gone to college or even high school, but still they can repair your vehicle like a professional, knowing all the working details in and out. On the other hand, can you expect a mechanical engineer to repair the same vehicle? I don't think he'll be able to do it. So in schools only theoretical knowledge is taught. They don't teach us how to deal with the real life world. We don't have the communication skills which is very much required these days. It provides just knowledge and no direction. Students are given no idea of what to do next. They end up making random life decisions only to regret at a later stage. The first priority of education should always be to make students knowledgeable, but that's not everything. They should also be directed on how to make the best use of their knowledge. So, as I mentioned before, students must be taught more on practical knowledge instead of just mugging up. The biggest problem in our grading system is that parents just compare their marks with Sharma-ji-ka beta's marks. It's not wise to judge a person on the same parameters because everyone is gifted with their own talents. And I'm pretty sure there must be a better way of awarding grades where external factors can be nullified. How many students are confident enough that they would be able to speak in front of 50 people or 100 people and express their views? Public speaking is almost null or completely absent in our education system. So, public speaking not only makes a person confident, but it also makes him assertive, expressive, and composed. So, solution to this problem is to ask students to give presentations on assignments or something else every month. So, if I go on talking about the loopholes in our education system, it might take me all day. But these are the 6 major problems which I felt that has to be solved soon. And I hope this gets solved soon. So that's all from my side for today, guys. If you have learned something valuable, make sure you like the video. And if you're new to this channel, please do subscribe. So thank you and see you in the next video.